Good morning, pal cakes.
Hey, Pal Cakes.
Pal cakes.
Pal Cakes, that's our fan base. Or
That's what our fan base is going to be called, pal
If
cakes.
we
I
get
thought
a
they were
fan base.
vivs.
no,
Very important viewers.
no, I like Pal Cakes.
They're pal cake vivs.
I like just Pal Cakes.
Oh wow. Okay, fine.
There's some syrup on them because they're sweet.
You guys are so sweet. All the salty ones could just go to hell.
Wow.
Salty ones being you haters.
Yeah.
The pal cakes are the sweet ones, and what would be the haters? Hate cakes.
Hate cakes.
Pal cakes and hate cakes.
Pal Cakes and hate.
They're still cakes, but they're just not good cakes.
They're not good cakes.
All right, we kind
Bad
of
batchers.
bad batchers.
I don't know.
You're a bad batch.
You're a bad batch. Bad batch of
Don't
cakes.
mispronounce that. You're a bad bitch. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Well, since my emails have been flooding about a new story time, I'll pull another one out.
Okay. I agree with you, Miz.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Spanx, by the way.
Cartoon?
And clearly I'm Mez.
No, you're not. I thought your name was something else, dude. Like gayness.
Gayness.
Gay Mez.
Gamers.
And we're gonna start with Mez starting with the story time, and then you guys know how story time works. Obviously, your thing's been flooding about it. So.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Story starts with a ray of sunshine coming over the horizon, and then it peers into this man's bedroom. This man's name is Harvey. Harvey has a condition he doesn't know about, but we'll get to that later. To start things off, find Harvey starting his new job as a lab scientist, working in a lab. And he tries to mix new chemicals together, and he creates a new chemical, or a new element that he hasn't seen before. Never been seen by human eyeballs.
But human ears.
So, Harvey starts to mix this element with other chemicals or other elements, and he gets some splashed on him, and his skin starts reacting in a weird way. His veins start popping and everything, and he collapses on the floor, and he wakes up and looks in the mirror. He seems normal, and he's tested it on some lab rats, and it seems like they had gained what seemed to be superpowers. Some rats have super strength, and other rats can have excellent night hearing. But Harvey doesn't seem to have found his actual superpower, so he thinks he doesn't have any. But again, we'll get to that in a moment. Harvey goes back home and he goes to sleep, and then
He wakes up, and he tries to test out different things. Like he tries to fly. He tries to. Don't ask me how he tries to fly, because he tried to jump off his roof, but that didn't work out well. So now he's Harvey with a broken leg. No, just kidding. No. Anyways, a week passes and he doesn't find out anything. So he's like, all right, whatever. So he goes to work, and a girl named Samantha's there, and she's like got a cold and stuff, and she sneezes and stuff. And Harvey's like, I get colds easily. You better back away, back off, because I don't want to be sick. So she's like, well, fine then. I don't like you too. I was going to take you out to dinner. But no way. Fine. I don't want to take you out to dinner. What? Yeah. And he's like, I'm married to my dog. No, it's just an excuse to get. It's just an excuse because he doesn't like Samantha.
Who's the lucky man? Who's the lucky boy? He's a dog.
He's a dog.
He's a good boy. Yeah.
Oh, he likes me when I rub his belly. So he goes back home and he's like, I really hope that woman of a Samantha, that woman of a Samantha, that witch of a Samantha, didn't sneeze in my cakes. And he's eating his cakes that he left at work, and he didn't get to them at lunch because he had to test some more subjects for his rats and stuff. So he gets home, and he falls back to sleep. He wakes up. Sure enough, he's got a sniffly nose and a cold. And he's like, I'm just gonna go back to work because that witch of a Samantha, I gotta tell her what she did to me. So he drives to work.
And in the process of driving to work, he does his very first sneeze. And after he sneezes, not only does his personality change, but his image changes a little bit as well. He goes from wearing his lab equipment to wearing some shady sunglasses, a leather jacket, and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, everything about him changed, even his name. Alright, so now his name is Carter. So he decides that he's gonna go out and he's gonna have some fun. So he floors the gas pedal and he's just going all the way down the street. And sure enough, he passes by Samantha as she's walking down the sidewalk, drives in a puddle, gets her sopping wet, and can't help but flip her off as he continues driving past. And just as he was starting to have the best time, that's when his office called him to find out exactly when he was going to come in. And so now Carter's just very confused. He was just like, "What do you mean? I don't have a job. I don't do the whole work thing." And hangs up on the office. And just after he hangs up on the office, something else happens.
He decides he wants to express his new found image and personality. So he goes down to the nightclub because now it's nighttime.
Many hours later.
Yeah. So now Carter goes to try to get into this nightclub, and he's standing in line waiting, and then he's like, "Oh my god, this is gonna take fucking forever to get in here. Fuck all you." And he's like flipping everybody off and everything. "This is horse shit. Horse balls. This is horse shit." "You said that one already, pal." "Yeah, I'm using it again. You got a problem? Huh?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I have a problem." And then now Carter sneezes. And now he's Spencer. And he has glasses and suspenders, bow tie. And he's like, "Oh, hi." And the guy's like, "Yeah, remember? We have a problem." And he's like, "Oh, what are you talking about? I don't start problems with anybody." It's like, "Listen, pal, I don't know what this little magic trick is. You just changing your appearance all of a sudden. It ain't gonna fucking fly with me. So why don't we get back to business?" What are you talking about? I mean, I could do your taxes. I can collate for you. There's several things I could do. "What the hell are you talking about? We were gonna fight." He's like, and then Spencer says, "Oh, no, I wouldn't dream of it. Just the very sight of blood makes me faint." And so this guy that was going to pick a fight with them says, "You know what? I don't mess with crazies. I'm just going to, just ignore you." And then Spencer's like looking around. How did I end up here? No line for a nightclub? This isn't me at all. I'm just gonna walk back home and get back on my computer. So he hops back onto the bus, completely ignoring the fact that he has that car, because Spencer is not much of a driver. He's afraid of driving. He has a very big phobia of any type of transportation where he's the one controlling it. So he gets onto the bus and gets home, and he gets inside.
Oh, and he decides that he needed a shower because he's like, "I was just at a nightclub. I need to get this stink off of me because I don't want to get all those nightclubbers to, don't want all these nightclubbers to, get all their disease and stuff on me. They never know what they have." And he starts to shower, but then lo and behold, he sneezes again. And this time, it's a guy named Jeff, and Jeff is this older gentleman who likes to play golf. So he's like, "Why am I?" He's old, so he's like, "Why am I half naked and I'm trying to get in the shower?" And he's like, "I don't want to do this. I want to go play golf. Where's my wife, Janine? Where is she to make me a sandwich? Oh yeah, she died." Yeah, Jeff's got Alzheimer's disease, by the way. He doesn't remember anything. So he's grabbing his clubs and he's like, "Why are half of these clubs missing? I have a full set, don't I?" And he's like, "Well, I better go grab some." He goes out, walks out, and he's like, "Where's my car? Oh yeah, I forgot I don't drive anymore." So he walks to the nearest gas station, and he walks in, and he's like, "You got any golf clubs here?" Guy's like, you do realize it's a gas station, sir? And he's like, oh, yes. He sneezes again. And happens to be Spencer. And he's like, well, I thought I was just taking a shower here. And the gas station guy's like, you're crazy. You got to get out of my store, dude. I don't know why you're coming in here asking for golf clubs when you're changing your appearance all of a sudden right when you sneeze. I have no idea what's going on. You a magician or something? What? I'm not a magician. I'm just a loner who likes to play video games on my laptop. And I was just about to take a shower, I thought. So, I'm getting out of here. I don't need these stinking golf clubs. I don't even like golf. I better walk back home because I don't even know where I am. So he starts walking back home.
In the process of doing that, since he was getting ready to take a shower, that's when he finally realized that he wasn't wearing any pants or a shirt. All he's down to is his underwear. So luckily he has something on, but that doesn't change the embarrassment at all. So he screams and he runs as fast as he can to get back home. And he gets there quickly. Gas station was just around the corner. And then he decides that he's going to finally take that shower. And in the process of doing so, he steps into the shower, and he doesn't have any hot water, so he's forced to take the coldest shower he has ever taken. So, in the process of taking this cold shower, he slips out, more like jumps out, and falls face flat onto the bathroom floor and just decides, screw it. So he just turns off the water, gets dressed, and tries to proceed on with his day, grabs his laptop to start gaming, and so as he grabs his laptop, he sat down, and he sneezes again, and he turns back into Carter. So, imagine Carter with a laptop and what websites he's going to go to. So sure enough, he goes into the search engine looking to start up some trouble.
And then he goes onto Craigslist, yeah? Carter's searching Craigslist, and he finds a motorcycle. So he goes and he blows what little money he has to buy that motorcycle, because where did you think this was going? So he waits and for his motorcycle, finally gets in after one day, same day shipping, and they shipped him the motorcycle, and he gets on that motorcycle, and he's got his leather jacket, and he's got his sunglasses, and he's just speeding down the road, and then all of a sudden he sneezes and switches back to Harvey, and Harvey's like, wait, what am I doing on a motorcycle? Why am I wearing shades? I would never wear leather. That's cruelty to animals. What's going on here? Somebody play some sick joke on me? Since he's not paying attention, he's just thinking too much in his head. He gets into an accident, and he's like, I don't know how to ride a motorcycle. So he's going all over the road. Then he crashes because Harvey doesn't know how to ride a motorcycle. So he gets in this big accident, has to be taken to the hospital. And he sneezes in the ambulance, but since he's unconscious, they don't experience anything but him changing appearances, which they think is really odd. He sneezes and they see a beard on him. He sneezes, there's no beard. So he gets into the hospital, and then he wakes up, and the doctor comes in and says, son, you've got a strange condition. And Harvey says, what do you mean, doc? And the doctor says, well, it appears that you've been exposed to some highly intense chemicals, or something that we can't really comprehend from our tests. And it seems that has been assimilated into your system. But when we were trying to perform surgery on you, you kept changing. So, as you could imagine, you now have cuts and scars all over your body, so that's on you. But it appears that we have found out that every time you sneeze, you change appearance. We don't know if anything else changes, but we thought we'd let you know. Now Harvey knows this information, is thinking, I gotta try not to sneeze now. Because I don't know what these other characters are capable of. I mean, I sneezed, and I apparently came to, and I was on a motorcycle, being reckless. I don't even know how to drive a motorcycle. So he's like, I gotta take it easy. So he takes his time till he recovers from the hospital, and then he thinks, oh, I need to go withdraw some money from the bank. So he goes, he's waiting in line at the bank, you know. Then somebody is eating some mac and cheese in there, and then they had like extra pepper on their mac and cheese. And then they cough, which causes that pepper to fly into Harvey's nose, and then causes him to sneeze. He sneezes, and then he comes into this other personality, Rupert. And Rupert's like, all right, this is all right. Give me all your money. And of course, you know, he changes appearance, and he's got like a mask and all this on. So that's convenient for his ability that he changes appearance. And everybody's like, where did this come from? Where did this come from? You know, this guy just appears out of nowhere. And then everybody's all freaking out, and he's like, just give me the money. And then this lady's like, okay. He's like, hurry up. She's like, I'm trying, I'm doing the best I can. It's like, don't you dare hit the fucking panic button. I'll give you a reason to panic. I want to make you piss yourself. Huh? Okay. That's all I thought. You ain't got to say a damn thing. So, he's continuing to put all the money, or getting the money.
Getting the money in his bag. So as he gets the money back, he's like, anything else you guys want to cough up? Because I'm going to get out of here. Skedaddle of some sorts, you know. And then he sees this hot lady, and he's like, "You gonna come with me? Yeah, come with me. Come with me." And so he takes his girl with him, randomly. So they step out, and the cops are sirens. He's like, "Oh no, Brad, we gotta ditch this money here." And she's like, "Okay." And then she's spraying some perfume on her, and he sneezes again, and he turns back into the old fart Jeff, and he's like, where am I don't even know. And the cops come and swerve around and like, shrink. Hey, have you seen have you seen a guy in a mask and I don't even know where I am. I don't even know who this chick is. I don't even know what this bag of money is. And the cops are like, wait, you've got a bag of money? I don't know what it is. Well, I'm sorry to bug you, sir. And they start they drive off.
Because why not?
The cops speed off and start running around. And then the lady with them is like, wow, you look like my grandma or my grandpa. What? I don't even know where I am right now. Let's go get some toaster strudels. She's like, toaster strudels? Okay, let's go. And then he goes, and she sprays more perfume, and he sneezes again. And it's Spencer. And he's like, oh no, a lady. I don't know how to deal with this situation. And he keeps pulling up his glasses, because, you know, that's what nerds do. Their glasses. Yeah, glasses fall onto their nose, so they push it back up. Do you want to go play some Halo at my place? She's like, I don't even know what Halo is. Where did the old guy go? I'm not sure, but we got tons of cash for some reason. Cops swerve back around. What happened to the old guy that was with you? I have no idea what's going on right now. They can't see my glasses, but I keep pushing them up. And he's like, we're just gonna go play some video games, sir, officer, I don't know. And they're like, okay, sorry to bother you. Just drive off again. And then...
Alright, so as they drive off, he slowly he gets her up to his apartment, and he's thinking, well, you know what, I tricked her up here to play Halo, but you know what, you only live once. So he slowly starts to remove his glasses and starts to try to look all sexy and everything like that. Tries to lower his voice, like, hey, baby. Sounding like Stitch and everything. Hey, baby. I forgot what my name is. But, I say we forget about the Halo and we just go ahead and do something else. And she thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to say Yes, because after all, he does have a huge bag of money. It's a perfect opportunity to be a gold digger. She looks past the whole craziness of him constantly changing appearances and everything like that. And sure enough, he sneezes again, just out of randomness. And this time he turns into this guy called Eugene. Now, don't think anything about the name because Eugene happens to be a police officer. So, in the middle of this apartment, not knowing how he got there, he sees this huge bag of money straight from the bank and this lady right there with it. So, being suspicious, he cuffs her and takes her out of the apartment, takes the money for evidence, and he tries to call for backup, but nobody even knows who this Eugene guy is. And then he just decides, you know what, no shame in taking the bus. So they go to a bus stop so that way he can take her down to the police department and convict her of this crime of robbing the bank. So while they sit on the bus, they sit next to this odd-looking gentleman
who is in a trench coat and in a hat and has sunglasses. And Eugene thinks this is a little peculiar since it's nighttime. So he says, "Excuse me, sir. Can I see some ID?" And he's like, "Sure, officer. If you want." So he's like getting into his wallet, and the officer Eugene notices it's pretty odd that he has one of those mini folded ones. He's got several IDs in there. And he's like looking through, like he pulls out a mirror, looks at himself, and then he's like searching through the different IDs. He's like, "Oh, here you go." And he's like, "Yeah, this looks like you. Son, what's all those other IDs? You know, identity theft's not a joke. Tens of people suffer from this every year." And he's like, "Oh, well, I developed this condition to where every time I sneeze, I change into another personality or a person or something." He's like, "I'd find that hard to believe if I didn't go to the hospital just long ago and they told me the same thing." He's like, "Yeah, at first you don't realize what you're doing, but if the personality that you're in sets in long enough, your memories come back." He's like, "Oh, okay." Because, at first I had no idea what was going on. So this guy in the trench coat was like, "But, sadly enough, there are some side effects to which I can talk to you about. If you come to my house, I can give you the full detail on that."
I want to go to his house. Go cookie.
And he's like, "Okay, what am I supposed to do with this woman in cash?" And the guy in the trench coat said, when we change, we don't know what we do, and it's best to just ditch whatever is going on at the moment, just to be on the safe side." So Eugene says, "Okay, so you're free to go, ma'am." And he leaves the bag of cash in a trash can when they get off the bus, and then they go into this guy with the trench coat's house.
And the guy with the trench coat's like, so the first thing you want to do is you want to find out if there's a pattern to every time you sneeze, because every time I sneeze, I usually turn to this guy with the trench coat. I don't know, this guy likes to shriek, so he just randomly goes to places and shrieks, but I think I've got him on the safe side where he doesn't want to do that anymore, because I've been doing this for like several years, so I've kind of got it under wraps. So he's like, "Which one do you normally change into?" And then Eugene's like, "I don't know, I haven't really," sneezes again, and then he's the old guy again, and he's like, "Where am I?" And the other guy's like, "Well, I just told this other guy, but I want to tell you, I don't even know what you're doing to me. Get off me, young man." And he steps out of the compartment, and the guy's like, "Wait, no. He's like, "No, you're in some kind of trench coat. You might be some kind of pedophile or something." And the guy's like, "Well, pedophiles rape little kids, not old people." You call me old? Shut up, kid." And he gets out and beats him with a cane that he magically appeared in his hand. And he starts beating him, and
Second magical.
and he starts beating him outside of the guy's apartment. And he's like, get off me!" And this cop comes by and he's like, "You having trouble, officer? Or you having trouble, little kid? Or I can't even think straight. You having? I might be this guy Jeff." He goes to the old guy and he's like, "Are you having problems, old guy?" "Yeah, this guy's pedophile is trying to kill me." He's like, "Well, I'm gonna arrest this guy, sir." And he arrests him and takes him off. And he's like, "Hey, didn't I see you outside the bank?" "Yeah, I was with some broad. I remember that." And then he's like, "Yeah, I think you left a bag of money in there. Your bag of money in the trash can, because I saw it. It was the same bag you were carrying outside the." He's like, "Oh, yeah, I don't remember that." And he's like, "Well, here's your bag, sir. I picked it up and I thought it would be best to give it back to you." "Oh, thanks." And the guy with the trench coat's like, "Well, I was trying to tell him something." "No, you're not, you pedophile." And then this one girl comes up and she's like, "Hey, you look just like my friend Harvey." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, you look like him, but you're just older." "I don't know what you're talking about." And then I like to do the spray perfume thing, so I'm going to do it again. She sprays perfume, and he sneezes again. Happens to be that guy, the guy with the mask on. What is that? Rupert?
Yeah.
Rupert. Okay. So now changed into Rupert. He now sees that he's surrounded by this young lady, and he's thinking about making some advances. And as he turns around, he sees the guy in the trench coat, like telling him, like, "I told you so. I told you so. I knew that you would change personalities." And then that's when the cop. He notices the cop specifically, and he just books it, since he just did, after all, rob the bank, and now he has the money in hand. So he books it, doesn't even make any advances towards the girl at all, and he just really wants this money for the thrill of it. And so as he proceeds to run, he trips over a bicycle, and as he falls over, he lands in front of a Chinese restaurant, and he has this weird allergy to like water chestnuts and just a bunch of Chinese food. And sure enough, he starts sneezing, but he sneezes repeatedly, so he goes from one personality to another. He goes back to Jeff, goes back to Carter, and he changes eventually back to Harvey, until Harvey has a moment to breathe, and Harvey just bails everything, even leaves the bag of money there, and knows that the safest place for him to be is probably in his apartment with the constant changing of personalities that he's going through. So he gets there, gets to his apartment, and he needs a shower to calm down and everything again. But he forgot that he only has the cold water.
So he's got to take a cold shower again. And Harvey's like, "What am I going to do with my life?" So I keep changing. How am I supposed to go out in public? I can get myself in trouble. I need to talk to this guy that was in the trench coat. But how am I going to find him? So gets done in the shower, which wasn't long because it was a cold shower. And he hears his doorbell ring in his house. So he goes in to answer it, and the guy with the trench coat's in there at his doorstep. He's like, "Oh, it's funny that you're here, because I was gonna come back to your house, so I could talk to you about how we're supposed to live our lives." He's like, "Yes, it's a very tough life to live since you keep changing to different personalities. I should tell you that we are probably the only two with this condition." And Harvey said, "Really, why is that?" And then the guy in the trench coat says, "Well, it appears that you stole my formula for what you tried to create. Obviously, I know it was you because you keep changing." So he said, That's why I keep changing, because I was the original scientist that came up with that formula, and you stole it. So he said that he had left the formula on a napkin in the break room or whatever, the cafeteria, where they work, and Harvey had to happen to stumble upon it. Harvey said, "Well, I was going to get fired. I needed to come up with something soon, or else, I was going to get fired." So I thought this would be a good thing to try. And the guy in the trench coat said, "Well, it would have been a good thing to try, but it was my formula. Obviously, you know the side effects of it." Harvey says, "Yeah, but how are we supposed to live with this?" And the guy in the trench coat says, "You're not." And then Harvey says, "What do you mean?" The guy in the trench coat pulls out a knife and stabs Harvey to death. And then Harvey's just laying on the floor, and then sneezing. And as he's sneezing, he's bleeding out. Changing into Jeff, "Why am I stabbed?" Changing into Carter, "What the fuck, I'm gonna beat this person's ass who stabbed me." Change back into Spencer. "Oh no, blood." Faints, so then he changes. And back to Harvey, he's like, "Oh, this is exhausting, because when you change too many times, I just feel extremely exhausted." The guy in the trench coat was like, "Yeah, I know." He's like, "But I just wanted to get one thing straight." And then Harvey was like, "What's that?" And the guy in the trench coat says, "You shouldn't steal other people's formulas. That was mine, and I hate people that steal things from me." And he's like, "Is that all?" And he's like, "One more thing," the guy in the trench coat says. Harvey's like, "What?" The guy in the trench coat says, "You want to know my name?" And then Harvey's like, "What's your name?" The guy in the trench coat says, "My name's Harvey."
Is that the end?
The end.
I like that. That's pretty much how I was going to end it if you pass it off to me.
How are you gonna? What's the alternate ending? Tell us your alternate ending, pal. Special features.
Special features. No, I was going to pretty much, I don't know how I was, well, I was pretty much going to wrap it. He's the same person, but I was going to, like, he was going to sneeze one time and, like, change into the guy with the trench coat. And, like, he all of a sudden has, like, a time machine thing attached to him. So he, like, goes back into time onto the bus where that guy with the girl,
that would have
and
been good.
he's sitting there with the trench coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you have ended it, Joe? Or cartoon?
Not entirely sure. I was thinking about doing something with the girl, like she sneezes and changed into somebody that, like probably the hot girl that rejected him at the beginning of something.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
Samantha
she's tied
girl?
into this story with the guy that was sneezing.
She's there at the beginning, shows up at the end, or I don't know.
Okay.
I like your ending a lot.
Yeah, I think we should do this at the end of all story times.
No, like,
Everybody
And they died.
just tell like how everybody's gonna end it.
no, that'd be cool.
And one of the other endings I was thinking of was Harvey was actually going to commit suicide because he
Couldn't take it.
he couldn't take it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking of, well, the way I ended it, obviously, but like he finds out that the guy in the trench coat is him, but he was like just like looking in the mirror.
Oh, yeah.
And he ended up stabbing himself, but he thought it was the other guy, but he was him looking in the mirror.
Oh, so he like was like.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that's actually
Nightmare on
the
Elm
true
Street
ending.
shit right there.
Oh yeah, no kidding. That's how it ends.
Yeah, that's what I was. But I was like, how do I work that in? But then I just thought of it. So
Okay. Well,
that's the true ending. What I just said.
that's the true ending.
Change that.
Hashtag true ending.
Yeah.
Be ashamed if you stabbed your own self.
Jeez.
All right.
And he puts his knife in the guy's hand and then turns it around and stabs him.
You're stabbing yourself. I told you.
Why are you stabbing yourself? Why are you stabbing yourself?
Yeah, like the why are you hitting yourself?
Yeah.
All right. I think that wraps it up.
Yep.
How'd you like that cartoon? Was it
Story time.
your first story time, right?
Yeah, my first one. Definitely felt the pressure here, but it was all right.
Well, you did good.
Yeah.
I think
Did
you
my
did.
best.
How did we do?
F plus.
Wow.
At least it wasn't an F.
This guy should fucking get fired, dude. Why'd you invite this guy? Oh wait, I invited him.
Yeah.
Why'd I invite this guy?
Yeah. Why don't you
You should just
confront
quit.
yourself?
I should
Just quit.
Mez, I'm quitting. Quitting the team.
I've been waiting for this day.
Oh, wow.
Celebrate good times come.
My 2 songs you're playing.
Yeah.
You guys are singing. I'm like singing. In the arms of the earth.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Find out what it means to me.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
All right, I think
Suck
that.
it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me.
Well, I will suck it to you if you don't let me in this.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
We'll go ahead.
Now I
We're
forgot the ending,
waiting.
pal.
You forgot the ending.
I know.
we're waiting.
Wow, you sound creepy right now. Okay, I think that's the end. Wait, is that the end?
I don't know. Just let me know.
Who's gonna press the button?
Shit.